Raising a child has got to be one of, if not the hardest thing to do, especially when you have to constantly deal with unapologetically badass kids. There is literally no parent in this world that I feel more remorse for other than mine. I feel so bad for my parents because they constantly had to deal with a badass child. And it's not like I was bad just to get their attention. It's not like I was bad to, what I'm saying, just to make them mad. No. I ne- all the bad stuff I did, I never did it with the intent of making my parents upset. I don't know why I did it. Even to this day, I still couldn't tell you. And among the things that I got in trouble for as a child, lying was the top one. I got in trouble for lying more than anything else. As a matter of fact, I think that's probably like the only thing I got in trouble for growing up. Anything else I did, like, yeah, I might have got yelled at, but I never got my ass whooped for it. I never got grounded for it. But today, I am going to be telling you about, hands down, the worst ass whooping I have ever received. So 2016, good year, right? Great year for music, for movies, shows. It was like a peak year. Nothing could go wrong. Yeah, it wasn't like that for me. Yeah, 2016 was horrible for me. And the funny part about that is, it was 110% my fault. It was no one else's fault but mine. I made that year the worst year of my life because I constantly got in trouble for dumb shit. And even to this day, I still don't know why I couldn't just stop getting in trouble. But it was like, subconsciously, I just had to keep doing it. Why? Again, I don't know. Stop asking me. So, I've always been a big bookworm. Always have, always will. And the thing with me and reading is, I love reading. I just don't like being forced to read. Like, being forced to read kills the magic of it. Being forced to read just makes me want to do literally anything but that.
And that's facts.
And when I was in 6th grade, we had these things called reading logs. Now, I'm not sure if they're still in schools today, or if you guys know what those are. I'm pretty sure you do. We had to read a book damn near every week or every 2 weeks, and we have to log down the amount of pages we read and a summary of what happened within those amount of pages. And there was just one book in particular. Can't remember where I got it because it wasn't in the library. I'll tell you that much. It was not in the library. I don't know where I got this book. I don't know who gave me it. I don't know where I found it. But it was a book about football quarterbacks. Now, at this time, I was very much into football, and I was very excited for next year because I would be playing football from an actual school as opposed to playing for a Parks and Rec team because that team fucking sucked. I was learning about all these different positions. So that quarterback book, I was like, oh, perfect. I can prove my knowledge, and I can impress my dad. I can impress my coaches. I can impress anybody. But see, the thing is, the book had a lot of pictures in it, and that gave me hope that I was going to be able to just like kind of skim through it, and that would make it easier to read or whatever. It was dumb, but I was supposed to read that book, and it wasn't a long one. That's why I'm so confused about this stuff. It wasn't a long book. And I could have read that book within the span of like an hour. I don't know why I just chose not to.
Cause he's stupid.
But I ended up, getting busted. And I said that my homework was I just had to read a book.
Stop the cap.
So my mom asked me what was the book that you were reading. And I showed her the book. And I tried to give my best summary of the book.
Bruh.
But when I was younger, I had this thing where like I stutter now as an adult, but when I was younger, my stutter was bad, and I would mainly stutter when I knew that I was lying, and I would shake when I was nervous. So not only was I lying, shaking, and nervous, I keep trying to turn through the pages to try to like refresh my memory, I guess. And my mom was just like, "Yeah, you didn't read this book. I'm calling you dad." Now, especially us black people, you know how scary that phrase is. When you do something so bad that your mom is like, you know what, I don't even want to deal with your ass. I'm calling your dad. That was basically saying you're on death row. Like that was basically saying, yeah, you're gonna die tonight. Oh! But the thing was, with my dad, what made his ass whooping so scary was that he worked at a factory at this time. So he would go into work at around like 3:30 and he would get off around like 4 in the morning. So my dad would make me get up at 4 in the morning just to whoop my ass. It was the scariest thing in the world. Like I don't like just the fact that I had to wake up early, like 2 hours before I had to get up and get ready for school just to get my ass whooped. Like I would dread it. I would dread it so much, and I would like pray to God. I'm like God, please, like just make him forget about this. Please, like please just let him forgive me. But God was like, don't call on me now. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Now, before this, I had gotten my ass whooped before, obviously, and I was around 11 or 12 at this time, and I guess my dad was sick and tired of being sick and tired of having to come home, and before he even gets to put his jacket down, before he even gets to eat something, before he even gets to take a shit, the first thing he has to do is whoop his son's ass because he can't stop fucking lying to his mom. This ass whooping would make a slave look lucky. Oh! This ass whooping would make all the slave masters in 12 Years a Slave be like, hey, I think you got him. Yeah, it was that bad. Because normally my dad would be calm. Like he would be mad, undeniably mad, but he would be kind of calm about it. He would just be like, get up, and then he would, you know what I'm saying, do his thing. But normally I would have, an extra like 20 seconds to pray to God because he would always go upstairs, right? This man walks through the door and I yawn. And this nigga says, shut the fuck up. Bro, I couldn't even yawn. He already had his belt halfway off. And this man proceeds to whoop my ass for the entire block to here. Oh! I somehow landed on the couch. So say the couch is right here. I stand up. He starts whooping my ass. All of a sudden, I'm over here. He starts whooping my ass some more. I'm on the ground. I roll over some. I'm over here. And then all of a sudden, I'm in the hallway. He whooped my ass up and down that house. We were right outside my sister's door. My sister was probably terrified. She probably thought I was dying out there. And the whole time I'm getting my ass whooped, I'm like, this all could have been so easily avoided. So easily avoided. Because there's no reason why I should be up at 4 in the morning on my back with my hands up like this, trying to prevent a leather piece of death hit me at 50 miles an hour. But yeah, man, he tore my ass up. Like it was bad. Like He left welts all over my back, on my arm, and the icing on the cake was on this arm in particular. I literally had a scar running from here to about here. And it was hot around this time. So I had to wear hoodies everywhere. Because not only was I about to lie and get my ass whooped for it, but I wasn't about to lie and get my ass whooped and then have my dad go to jail. Because I couldn't lie about something like that. Because as soon as they ask what happened, I'm going to be like, dead giveaway. They're immediately calling my parents. They're like, "Hey, we see this scar on William's arm. You want to explain that?" And yeah, I just couldn't. I couldn't. So I kept that a secret. Like, me and my dad are still very cool to this day. Like, I'm pretty sure this is something we can probably joke about. But yeah, that was the worst ass whooping I have ever got. And the crazy part about this story is, as much as that ass whooping hurt, as much as it brings back unpleasant memories, I 100% understood where he was coming from. I understood, because if that was my son and you lie about something as trivial as reading a book that would take you less than an hour to read, there's no amount of words I can say that's really gonna get it through your head that you're dumb for lying about this. So yeah, as much as I think about that moment and get flashbacks, I get it. I get it, man. and and Dad, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to do that as often as you did. Like, I was a badass kid. But anyway, that is going to be the end of this video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, drop a comment, share it with your brother, your sister, your best friend, your best friend's girlfriend, your girlfriend's auntie, your auntie's girlfriend. Don't matter. Every little bit helps, and I will see y'all in the next one. I might pop another pill right now. I just really wanna